Welcome in this evening. Teachers and students in San Francisco hope to return to school today. Now the ongoing strike will keep them out of the classroom through at least tomorrow.
And Liz, we're live outside the War Memorial Building. We're within the last hour. The school district, the school leaders informing parents that they have canceled school for Thursday for a fourth day this week. Let me show you what's happening behind me, though, right now. As that rain continues to fall, the energy has now picked up. The teachers union and the teachers now rallying outside the War Memorial. But we'll have a little bit more on that. In the meantime, negotiators from the union and the district began talks here today around 11 a.m. And while the superintendent pushed for today to be the day to get this deal done, both sides are still hammering away on some key issues. The union gave its counter proposal to the district's latest offer around 2:30 this afternoon. And minutes ago, we heard from the district spokesperson.
I will be very clear, we are making progress. This is very complicated work, and the items that are being discussed today are healthcare, salaries, and special education. These are very complex pieces of work that have to happen. There's lots of budgets involved in spreadsheets, and so this is work that's happening at the table right now. Now we know that to come to an agreement with our labor partners, that will take an investment. This is an investment in our teachers, and our counselors, and our nurses, and our paraeducators, and our colleagues who show up every day and support our students. And so we are looking at different ways that we can make sure that we can fund something that is fair and competitive for them.
So back here live outside the War Memorial, once again, the teachers now holding a rally. Look at this energy behind me right now. As that rain continues to fall, the volume has definitely gone up. Now trying to put pressure on the school district to once again come to some kind of a deal. In the meantime, the union says they will continue to come out, or they will come out in 10 to 15 minutes to give an update on their side of the negotiations. So in the meantime, our Brad Hamilton has been following the negotiations throughout the day. He joins us live right now. So Brad, a lot happening this afternoon.
A lot happening late this afternoon as well. Not only the teachers coming out, but also a coalition of students went into the War Memorial Building, went upstairs to try to meet with Superintendent Sue. That hasn't happened yet, but they did talk to some of her office aides. In the meantime, we keep hearing the same sticking points. We keep hearing about health coverage and the right wage. Until that happens, we're going to continue to see scenes like this one. On day 3 of SFUSD's teacher strike, our cameras were rolling as a coalition of students walked into the building where negotiations are taking place and up the stairs, hoping to talk with Superintendent Maria Sue.
We'd like to know what she thinks, to be honest, because I've seen many things happen that I don't agree with what she's doing, and there's a lot of things going on that I don't know. She gets paid a lot, and I'd like to talk to her about everything.
The superintendent did not meet with the students as she continues negotiations, but her staff did. Earlier this morning, we saw a noticeable change in tone from Sue as she expressed frustration in a fiery update.
But we can't just keep putting forward proposals and not receive a counter. That's not how this works.
Sue shared that talks on Tuesday went back and forth with some progress made. But she then criticized the union for dismissing its negotiators just after 10 p.m. last night, just as the district was preparing to present its latest offer.
I told them that the district was prepared to stay all night. We need to act with urgency to get this done. They informed us that they will be ready to meet with us today at 11.
Both sides returned to the table today. The district did not want to detail their latest offer, citing the evolving nature of the current negotiation. But in their last update, they confirmed that an agreement on non-teaching employee salary raises had been reached. The teachers union has maintained for months that the district has money to fully fund health benefits. Leslie Hu, with the union, says that position has not changed.
I think our sticking points are still remaining the same. We've seen some movement, but we really need fully funded health care for our teacher families.
And union members tell us they're frustrated. It took a strike to see what they call serious movement.
You know, we have educators who have 2 dependents on their health care plan, and they have to pay up to $1,500 a month. That is the equivalent of a pay cut, and a pretty drastic one.
But district leaders continue to point to state oversight and a structural deficit as financial realities that limit how far they can go. Meantime, the financial impact of the strike is taking a toll, with the school losing about $7 million in state funding each day students are out of class.
So at this morning briefing, Superintendent Sue was asked if they keep making concessions during the negotiations, would she rule out potential cuts down the line? She would not rule out cuts. She said at some point this budget has to get balanced. We have to deal with it. We only have so much money.
Okay, Brad Hamilton, thank you very much for that update. In the meantime, as the negotiations are happening today inside War Memorial, along with the Pacific, thousands of teachers and their supporters stormed Ocean Beach. Take a look at this. And to show us solidarity, they formed a human banner along the sand to spell out, "For our students, strike." And joining them during this rally, school principals and other school administrators. I had a chance to speak to Anna Clapter, who is the principal at Independence High in the Sunset. She told me why it was so important for them to support their teachers.
What do we want? What do we want now?
So Anna, a lot of people might be surprised that the principals are also supporting the teachers. Why is that?
That's a great question, but you know, all of us principals, assistant principals, program administrators, and supervisors, we're all former teachers, we're former paraprofessionals, we're former librarians, counselors, and social workers. So not only do we understand the work and the job of the teaching union, but these are the folks that we supervise when we run schools every day. So we work really hard together towards the same goal of supporting our students and families. You know, the wages that we earn are considered poverty wages in the city of San Francisco, which is crazy because I earn 6 figures, you know, and in any other place in the country I would maybe be considered well paid. But every year I have colleagues that move to, you know, places that cost less money, or they move to districts right next door to us that pay $30,000, $50,000, $80,000 more a year, like in the South Bay or in Marin County. And to just see, you know, what I'm assuming is like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people at least come together with a shared love of our schools and a love of our city and our community, and just a real determination to be out here until the teachers get the contract that they deserve. It just shows the solidarity here in San Francisco.